Shanghai, the city of 25 million of residents. The place where you can meet everyone in any time. This is the biggest megapolis in China, also biggest seaport and financial hub. In Shanghai you can find any lifestyle you want, either luxury or budget one. The people in Shanghai are so different from the locals, foreigners, labor migrants, and many others. You can find any food you like, from Western style to Chinese authentic. The most famous, the Bund and East Nanjing Road, can attract many tourists from all around the world and from any city in China. The longest metro lines is also in Shanghai. It consists 16 lines right now, and it's very important as the most common and popular transportation hub. People usually like to spend their free time in the parks, watching some films in cinema, and just doing some sports. During public holidays, you can meet many people in Shanghai in the downtown, but not that many closer to the borders. The famous French concession is a very popular destination for everyone. You can take a bike and ride it out. Even though many roads are already renovated, you can see some with the old styles. Plenty of things you can do here, unless you want to do something illegal. You can go to East Nanjing Road to walk around, to eat some food, but be prepared to wear a mask in public places. Even though pandemic already finished in all around the world, in China it still has another round. In 2022, city went to mass testing and lockdown, the biggest lockdown in China. You cannot believe, city of 25 million of residents are totally locked in. Majority of people cannot leave their homes and access some services. But at this time, you can see many people went there. On the East Nanjing Road, you can meet many people from different places in China, in different provinces. They can speak different dialects, which is very distinguished from the official Mandarin. Here you can find all famous brands like Apple, Samsung, Huawei, and others. The life in Shanghai is quite convenient, which is attracting many people to work here. However, you can meet many restrictions. The most famous places is the Bund, East Nanjing Road, Jinan Temple, and many others. All people are in hurry. They are running every day from the morning till evening to reach their success. The Shanghai Tower is the second tallest building in the world after Burj Khalifa, but it's probably gonna stay so because the recent law in China does not allow build tall buildings anymore. But you still can enjoy the famous landscape. You rarely can travel to the Bund and meet no people there. Even on the early morning. But this time during the pandemic, we have another round of the lockdowns. So it's basically the best time to visit the Bund if you're allowed to go there. Famous district French concession can offer you many authentic restaurants around nightclubs, museums, and parks. If you look at the buildings, they can resemble some European styles like French, Italian, or Spanish. A little bit more than 100 years ago, it was settled by European colonizators and traders. One of these buildings is Wukan Mansion, which is a pretty attractive place for all tourists. However, the biggest joy is just to ride along narrow streets and watching the people lifestyle. Another famous place is Yongkang Road. It's a very famous place for many foreigners and also Chinese. You can find many coffee shops here, pizza places, and other restaurants. It's formerly known as most drinking place in Shanghai. However, it's moved last 3 years because of many complaints. If you move forwards, you can find many interesting places. Even if you live in Shanghai 3, 4, 5 years, there is still something to discover. You can rent a bike and ride around the city. However, be careful of the traffic and some pedestrians. Some people would like to interrupt your enjoying ride and jump in the middle of the road. And also delivery guys are quite in hurry every time. So you should be careful if you don't want to fall down and get injured for the rest of your trip. The best time to visit Shanghai is from March to May and September to November. The summer in Shanghai is pretty hot, especially if you not get used to that. The winter is pretty cold as well, even though it's not frosty, but it's very windy and wet. So if you decide to go to Shanghai at some point, just go in April or May. Shanghai is named as a city above the water, and it's pretty true. Shanghai is split by Huangpu River on two sides, Puxi and Pudong. Puxi is the most common place for tourists, but Pudong offers many new districts like Lujiazui with all the skyscrapers. Around Jinan Temple you can find beautiful parks and also meet new people. If you get inside of Jinan Temple, you can find a place where you can put the candle for your good luck. Or throw the coin to the big pot. Once you decide to go to China, don't forget to download your VPN to get access to all the Western media like Instagram, Facebook, or Google. Even though you can download Chinese maps, without basic knowledge on Mandarin, it's going to be difficult to navigate the city. The city of contrasts. You can find the old architecture and skyscrapers at the same time, in the same place, and meet the old local community in the parks, practicing the Chinese dancing and martial arts. Before the coronavirus pandemic, Shanghai was home for the more than 300,000 foreigners. However, in recent years, the population was reduced 2 or 3 times. If you would like to come to Shanghai to work or study, it could be not a bad choice. However, you have to be prepared to get used to many authentic and traditional stuff. A VPN is going to be your best friend if you want to navigate the internet. You should learn how to use WeChat and Alipay, and also ordering online. You can live in Shanghai without basic knowledge in Mandarin. However, learning language is going to help you a lot. The life in Shanghai is so fast. In the same street, you can notice the old shops are closing and new is opening within the weeks. It's so easy to start a business, but it's also easy to end it up. In Shanghai, you can enjoy the food, enjoy the lifestyle of the city, practice your Mandarin, meet new people from all around the world, explore new technologies. But as long as you stay here, as long you cannot leave that place. I'll see you around in next videos. 再见。